Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in again. I am Christina Marie, and this is my channel, Christina Marie 22, and you are tuned into my series called Hot or Not, where I will review products for you and let you know whether I thought they were hot or not. As I stated in my first video, just because I rated something that was not a not, does not mean that it's not a good product. It just did not work for me. You may have other tips or tricks that you can share with me or my followers or viewers to let them know, hey, maybe try the product this way or try it with this primer if it's a foundation or eyeshadow or what have you. These are just my views and my opinions on the products that I've tried and whether I thought that they were hot or not. So thank you so much for tuning in. I decided to go ahead and review a few NYX products. I really freaking love their line. One of their first products that I tried was the jumbo eyeliner pencils, and I don't remember what color it is. I'm pretty sure I still have it, which I really don't use those products anymore, those particular pencils, but I freaking love NYX. They have some really bomb products, and I definitely suggest that you not sleep on them. Definitely check them out. And what's great is that they carry them at Target and Ulta, and then you can order online or whatever, and they're just bomb. Their prices are awesome. The color payoff is really great, and a lot of the products that I've tried. So I'm a huge fan, big promoter. I'm not sponsored or anything by them. I just freaking swear by a lot of their products and use them, and they just work for me. There's very few products that I've tried from them that I did not like, but I do have some products here that I've had for a while that I wanted to review when I first started my YouTube, but of course I did not do, whatever. And then some of them are fairly new or whatever, and yeah. So again, without further ado, let me go ahead and get into it. So we will start off with the retractable lip liners. I have a few other colors. I just recently tried this one, which is in the shade Ruby, and these are they. Making up I don't know if you can see it, but this is the retractable lip liner in Ruby. I would definitely do some color swatches for you all. And this is it here. So, and this is what it looks like. So first things first, with any retractable product from NYX, I have been in love with. I just, and actually I think NYX was the first line where I ever tried a retractable liner of any kind. With theirs, I just feel like, one, they're just easy to take with you because you don't have to worry about trying to sharpen it or the tip breaking off or anything like that. It's just already there for you, good to go and done. And they're just so smooth and creamy whenever it goes on. So for those of you who may wear contacts or just have sensitive eyes in general, putting on an eyeliner may be something that you really don't like doing when it comes to your daily look and putting on makeup, just because, you know, rubbing, constantly trying to put an eyeliner on, especially if it doesn't have a good payoff and you're trying to really get that payoff, you're having to go back and forth constantly just to get that color applied. With their lip liners or eyeliners, I just find that it doesn't take much to get the color or look that I want. So for this, let's see, it's just super creamy and super smooth. That's what I actually have on right now, is the Ruby liner. I had on a lipstick underneath and I put a gloss on top, but freaking awesome. So these are definitely a hot in my book. You can't go wrong for the lip liners or eyeliners, and it's the retractable ones. These retail for $4.50. Sorry if I keep looking down. I have my notes and my sheet there. So yes, these retail for $4.50. So these are a hot. And of course, the retractable eyeliners. I have the shade black and then this color here, and excuse me, an aqua color and some other ones. This one that I have is actually in the color Silky Cashmere, which sounds super pretty. I have it on now. I put it on really lightly with another NYX pencil, but this is it here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a really pretty, I don't know even how to describe the color. It's just a really pretty nudie pearly kind of color, which is really nice for any kind of look that you're going for. If you're going for more of like a neutral look and you just want a little pop of color underneath the eyes, and that's a look that I've been into lately. So I actually just tried this again with another pencil yesterday, and I just fell in love with it again, of course. So I really like this. Of course, again, this is a Haute, and these are, the good thing is these are waterproof. So if you do have the sensitive eyes or whatever, I'm trying to put them on, you're getting nervous that you're gonna start tearing up and cry it off, or it's going to be down here, you're gonna be looking like a psycho. You don't have to worry about that because these definitely are waterproof. I don't have any problems with them leaking off my face and I look like a freaking raccoon at the end of the day, and then nobody will tell me, and then they're being rude, and then I get an attitude because they didn't tell me, but I really should be mad at the product, whatever, I don't know. But these are awesome, and the eyeliners are also $4.50. I picked this one up at Target, the lip liner. I think I got at, no, I'm sorry, this was at Ulta, and the lip liner I think I got at Target. So yeah, but same price, whatever. And the lip gloss I actually have on right now is NYX. I did not really plan on doing the review on this. I had just put it on last minute right before I did this video. This is in the color Plush Red, and this is the NYX Mega Shine Lip Gloss. So I was telling my coworker the other day that I sometimes sniff my upper lip if my lip gloss smells bomb, and this one does, or my lipstick. Or if it's like really stinky and funky, and just hit them with this. It's an ugly face, but just get a quick sniff. I know y'all probably think I'm weird, but whatever. But anyway, this is the gloss here, and I have it on, like I said, with this pencil. And I did have a lipstick on at first before I put this on. So just a gloss. I really like how deep red it is. It lasts pretty well, and then it smells good. So if it's funky, you can just smell it, you know? And I actually don't wear a lot of lip glosses. I've been on lipsticks lately, but I do have a lot. But I would have to say that's one of my top ones. I did not get the price for those, but it's NYX, so I'm pretty sure it's not too pricey. So this, of course, is definitely going to be a Haute in my book. And this was it here. I don't know if I showed you, just in case you need to find the packaging. And how cute. It has a little bow at the little tip. I gotta stop saying the word tip, it's weird. Anyway, so I have next these three, which I only have three. And these are the loose pearl shadows. And I have these three here. And there you go, get in focus. So boom! Tell me that's not boom! And I drop it. Yes, so this color here is in, we'll go through the colors and then I'll show you a swatch of what it looks like. So this is in the color Mocha. I was at Ulta again another day and I seen these, and they're only $3. What? $3? I gotta try it if it's only $3. So let me start off by saying, before I get into the full review, these, all three of these, I love. They're definitely a Haute. I would definitely repurchase these. Let me open it and show you the one thing that I do not like about it, and what I would say is a not. However, I would repurchase them and make it work. So this is it here. This is the opening. That is why I would say it is a not. So when I first got these, I was wearing them heavily. I had to wear them. I had to just make it work, even if I had to pop it in the corner of my eye, which I have. If you can see, I have like the rust color and then the gold color on top. Anyway, so I love these. I just don't like this opening here. So when I was using these, I was having to either dump some on the back of my hand or try and stick my brush in it. It is really tiny. So that's just a little bit of an inconvenience. I guess you can kind of compare these to MAC's pigment shadows, and theirs, I wish I had mine, is definitely a lot, it's a bigger opening, so you can just kind of dip your brush in it if need be. You can dip your brush in it, but depending on what size brush you're using or whatever, you don't want to have to try and force your brush into a hole like that. God, that sounds so freaking weird in X-ray. Anyways, you don't want to have to force your brush into a hole like that, because it could potentially mess up your brush. If you're using, it doesn't matter if it's a good brush or not, you don't want to mess up any of your brushes trying to get a little bit of color, or having to dump some on the back of your hand and you spill it. It just kind of can create a mess. So that's my only downfall about these shadows. So let me show you what they look like. So I dump some and try not to spill it on the freaking carpet. I got napkins here. See all the extra you just gotta do? Okay, there we go. So let me close this up before I cause a catastrophe in here. All right. So this is the color Mocha. I hope you can see it. I'm losing sunlight. I was trying to hurry up and record. But that is it here. And you just have to see, like, the color payoff, I really could see it is just so freaking bomb. Like, what? So for $3, yes, the convenience of using it is not that great. However, for $3, for me personally, I'll make it work, you know, versus spending $20 or $3 and you get the same kind of color payoff, you know, versus the other higher end products. So I like them and I'm all for it. I have kept mine in this packaging. I thought about maybe getting some smaller containers, something that would be a little bit more convenient for me to apply, but I've just kept them in here. I don't know, we'll see if that's something I want to do. And so, yeah. So this is the color that I put on first in my inner corner, just with a small little brush and just to give it a little pop of color. This is in the color Rust Pearl. This one is one of my favorites. I only have 3, but you know, it's gorgeous, darling. So let me show you this one here. So this is the Rust Pearl. This is it here. As I flip you off. No, I don't. But that's it. It's so freaking pretty. When I wore that one, I would put that on my mobile lid and then put the goldish tone just in the center, just as, and use the gold as a pop of color, and then use the mocha in my crease to kind of deepen it up since it's a little bit darker. So you can use those 3 colors, just have to play with them and figure out which look works for you or how you want to use them, or whatever, or just use them alone, mix and match. You know, I'm all about that mix and match business. And then the last one is in Oro, O-R-O, and it is this gold here, which is freaking absolutely beautiful. I hope you can see. I will give you a color swatch of this one also. Oh my gosh! See, now I just dumped some out in a napkin and a whole bunch just came out that I did not want to use, just a waste. Now I gotta try to put it back in there. That's what I'm talking about. Oh. I'm gonna show you what this freaking napkin looks like. Drawing through napkins. You know, me and my people love napkins. So we always asking for a whole bunch. Let me get some extra napkins, please. I already gave you 15, homie. Chill out. Anyway, you have to excuse me, I get on a weird tangent. So this is the color Oro. Oro. Super pretty. You could probably even use, if be light-handed with it, you could even probably use something like this as a highlight. There's this new technique called strobing, which I want to get into, but you may be able to use that for strobing. This is it here. Hope you can see it. Try to pick up different lighting here. So that is in the color Oro. Let me show you with this napkin. I wish you could just see the waste of product on that napkin. I'm super annoyed. But anyway, so those are the loose pearl shadows that I still love. All the trash that I talk, I'm still gonna buy them. I'm still gonna use them, what have you. So I'll get us flexible though. Okay, on to the next product. Before I get to rambling, is this here NYX Wonder Pencil in the color medium. So I've seen these at Ulta a while ago. I wasn't sure about it. I'm gonna wipe my hand off so I can color swatch everything else. So excuse me for a moment. But yes, I've seen it at Ulta a while ago and I really wanted to try it. I just wasn't sure about it. I forgot the description that it says on there, but it's like a pencil that can be used, a 3-in-1 type of pencil, so you can use it on your lips as like a reverse lip liner, so that way your lipstick or whatever is not bleeding off your face. I tried it with a Melt cosmetic lipstick that I have. And then I had to start all over. I was wearing Melt's DGAF, don't give a fuck, excuse me mom, that's curse. Yeah, and it definitely didn't look right. So maybe, again, that's another product probably that I wasn't using right for the lips. I prefer just to use this in my waterline to, if you're freaking been out all night and you gotta go to work the next day and you're looking like an old hag or you're looking sleepy and you want your eyes to have a little pop or look like they're appear a little bit wider. Like for me, I have small slanted Asian eyes. So sometimes if I'm sleepy, I've been out, my eyes can look crazy tired. So something like this will definitely give my eyes the appearance of being a little bit wider, a little bit more awake. So let me show you this. Man, it looks like it's getting darker in here. I'm losing light, I'm sorry. I would definitely try and get swatches on the gram, but that is it here. So I really like this. I bought one for my mom because she wanted to try and have the same appearance without having to use like a white eyeliner, which I don't really care for just white eyeliner in the waterline. I just don't like the way it looks on me. Just not for me, but I do want something a little bit light, so that's where that comes in. So if you're like me, you don't like white eyeliner, I definitely suggest something like that. And again, something like that, it's not retractable like I like, but it's definitely super creamy, so it's easy to apply, and it's not having to go back and forth and freaking jab my eye out just trying to get some color. So, and oh, this pencil retails for $4.50 as well. That seems like that's just a general consensus with all their liners and pencils. They're around $4.50. And then the next one here is the Mood Lip Gloss, which I could not find on their website, but I bought this at Target, and goodness gracious, it is the Mood Lip Gloss Romantic Love. I'm just gonna read this here. It's a clear gloss with a sweet scent that turns your lips into a perfect shade of reddish pink. Add romance to your lips. So I just thought it was cool. I was like, let me see what the hype is about. For reals, for reals. And it is just like a regular gloss. You can see it. And hopefully I'll be able to show you. But once you put this on, and it does smell good. It has a nice florally berry kind of smell. I don't know. Sometimes I'll put this on at night or while I'm doing my makeup so my lips aren't looking super crusty and Tyrone Bigamish. Like crackheadish? No, okay. So yeah, so I put it on. It goes on clear. I don't know if you can tell, but it's starting. I'm trying to catch the little bit of light I have. It starts to kind of turn like a pinkish red tone, which is nice. I mean, you know, something you could throw on while you're at work or whatever. Something around the house if you're trying to be cute for bae, you know. Hi there, look at my lips, bae. I don't know if it makes a difference for bae, but yes, that is it here. You can tell now it's starting to turn more of a red or pink. So it goes on clear and then it'll eventually quickly turn into a light pink or red, which I think is pretty cool. You know, if you just want to put on something for work, like I said, give your lips a little bit of hint of color or whatever and be something really nice. Again, I got that at Target. I'm sure it's pretty cheap. I couldn't find it on their website, so I don't know how much it is. I wonder if that means that they don't carry it. Oh well, if you can find it, I like it. So that's that. And I'm pretty sure that's like around $4 or $5. Nothing too crazy expensive or whatever. And then I am down to my last product, so I feel like I've been rambling. I don't want to lose you. So this is the Eyebrow Gel in the color shade. I mean, it's in the color chocolate. And I'm sorry, I gave my last two products a hot. Thumbs up. Last two. These here, hot, definitely. I just threw up another product. Goodness, this one, hot, yes. Thumbs up to that. This is the NYX Eyebrow Gel in the color shade. Chocolate. Forgive me, y'all. This is hard, being in front of you too. Sitting in a room by yourself talking to the camera. All right, so this is in the color chocolate and is the eyebrow gel. So I tried this when it first came out and I really liked it. I ran out and then I went to the Anastasia, the brow pomade. And for some, like, I liked that when I first bought it, but then I tried it again after I ran out of this and I wasn't, maybe, I don't know. what it was, but I really wasn't digging it. So I went back to this just to try it again, because you know, sometimes you try it and you're like, let me try something else, and then you end up going back to it, and that's what happened basically. So I really like this. It's only thing I don't like, which I wish this was more in a pot, so I can just dip my brush in and go. Instead I have to squeeze some out the tube, put it on the back of my hand. Sometimes I use too much. I hate wasting product, even if it's a little bit. I just look down, I'm like, waste. So I try to put it back in there. Not in this tip, doesn't work. Being cheap, trying to save product. So I'm thinking the next time, because I'm almost out, I buy it, I might get a little pot, like a little travel pot that you can get from like Walmart or whatever, and probably just cut this open and then put the product in there, because I just prefer products in a pot. The only thing I really like to put on the back of my hand is like foundation, so it can warm up, but this, not so much. Anyway, so I don't know if this makes a difference. This is the consistency, it's pretty thick. The thing is, which I will give this product a hot, obviously I love it, I'm back to it, it's cheap, it only retails for $7 at Ulta, and I haven't seen this at Target yet. So I give this a hot in my book, thumbs up. It seems to dry kind of fast, so I try not to put a lot on, and sometimes I'll do both brows at the same time, so I'll usually start on my right, which my right brow seems to be the better one, and then I'll kind of go in to the left and kind of bounce back and forth, so that way I can make sure they're even as possible. Eyebrows are sisters, not twins. I hope my brows are looking on fleek. So I try not to use too much of it, because if I put too much and I'm doing one brow or however I choose to do them that day, it seems like this dries a little bit faster, so then it's harder for me to get my brush into it, or it starts to stiffen up a little bit. I've been changing the way I've been doing my brows lately and what I'm doing with my brush in between. So I found that I'll wet my brush before I use it, wipe it off, make sure there's no excess product, because excess product seems to build up in your brows. And the brow brush that I use, I don't have it, I'm sorry, is the Anastasia brow brush that has the spoolie on the end. So I'll make sure, especially since this is a little bit thicker, I will comb through. I'll do quick fast strokes, and then I'll comb through with the spoolie to make sure that the product is evenly dispersed, and I'll have chunks of product looking like doo-doo on my eyebrows and all that. So I really like that, and I'll probably stick with that. It's only $7. And then I will finish off with the NYX tinted brow mascara, which also retails for $7, which I give a thumbs up, and this is definitely hot. I'll show you what the brush size looks like. It's not too big, works well for me for my brows. So that is it here. Hope you can see that. And this is also in the shade or color chocolate. Since my hair is blonde most of the time, I didn't want to do anything too darker. I just wanted to keep them a little bit light. I didn't want heavy dark brows, so that's why I went with the shade chocolate. The tinted brow mascara I'll use at the very end, even sometimes when I'm completely done with my makeup, just to kind of set them. It has a little bit of color, so just in case you had a little spot that looks a little sparse, you can kind of comb that in, and then it will definitely set the brows in place, which I love. And this will last a long time. This seems to go pretty fast. This was not originally part of the video today, but it's part of my brow routine, which I was thinking about doing a video about. I don't know, let me know. And this is a wax stick, clear. I don't know what the point is me showing you. It's tiny, I'm sorry. I obviously like it because I'm running out of it, but it's actually by Wet n Wild. And so I was watching one of Desi Makeup's videos, and she was doing a brow tutorial, and she had this MAC wax stick to help use before you do your brows, to help lay them down and set them in place. My brows tend to go crazy. So I was trying to find a dupe, something a little bit cheaper, and I found this Wet n Wild at Walmart. It's the Wet n Wild Color Con Brow Shaper, and I can't find it again. Every time I go to Walmart, I can't find it, and I'm super sad because it works really well. I'll brush my brows in place with the spoolie, rub this across them, and then I'll brush the spoolie through them again, just in case there's any wax buildup or anything, just to set them in place. And then I'll go on with the eyebrow gel, and then finish off, of course, with that tinted mascara. So after all of my rambling, that is all. I am done. Let's wash the brown stain off the back of your hand, gal. So yes, that is all for my first NYX Hot or Not product review. I hope that you all enjoyed. I hope that you are able to take something from this, maybe try some of the products. Maybe you have already tried them. Please let me know if you have, or if you have any products that you have questions about, because I have a crap ton of other ones that I plan on doing a review for later on, which I'm super excited about. Again, I am on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. I have my Facebook page. I don't use Twitter that much, and Snapchat I'm on all the time, so follow me. I will leave my names here for the Snapper and for Instagram. Go like my Facebook page, like, comment, and subscribe the video. Let me know, again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, any of that jazz. And I think that is all. I thank you all so much for your support and for listening to me talk and talk and talk and ramble. Yes, anyway, till next time, much love, peace, and blessings. Why did I just make that sound stupid?